Welcome to Ross-Age Stadium, home to the Purdue Boilermakers here in West Lafayette, Indiana, and they have been ready to go boiler up since early this morning. A Big Ten showdown coming, conference games where the results will stick with you for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Minnesota Golden Gophers taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Purdue Boilermakers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Boilermakers will kick it away first. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. So Minnesota's offense will have the first possession of the game. And this guy feels like a throwback. Back in the day, the running backs were always the stars. This guy fits that mold.
And he can do a lot of different things, too. He's not a one-trick pony. This guy can tote the rock. He can catch the ball. He can block. We might even see him throw the ball in this game. This is a jack of all trades.
Hold it.
Holding penalties. Killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Looking for a productive play on first down. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They want to throw it. Quickly complete. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Unnecessary run. Defense.
And they'll accept the penalty and push this offense backward. The offense set for a first down play. Fires to the big fella. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. The margin for error so small in a conference like this, and in Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
Really focus on all offseason getting off to such a great start, right? Start fast. Win our conference. Well, this is step one. And so I think you're so tired of hitting your own color jerseys, by the way. You're excited when you get in conference plays. You start to get some of that familiarity, some of that also that hatred that you have for these other teams. So the Big Ten is a fun conference.
Yeah, and you know both of these teams, the players have had this game circled all offseason because this is the first one. This is the first step towards winning a Big Ten championship. Both teams feel like they've got the playmakers to compete in conference this year, but it all starts today.
Looking to throw on third. Unloads it left. It's caught. He's loose. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. And the Golden Gophers have it with a 1st and 10. Give to the running back. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
Defense is about firing off, getting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll leave it with him. Working his way and keeping those legs moving. Picks up 5 down to the 14.
I know the passing game sells. The passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple of throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. So the Purdue Boilermakers offense will get the ball for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
Just outstanding execution, continuing to work his way back through the football.
Yeah, and everything about this route looks vertical. The comeback, it looks like it's a go. I'm thinking speed, and then he sets it down. QB puts the ball on the money, and he makes the play.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. Back to pass, it's Morin. It's caught. A pickup of 8 now to convert this 3rd and 2. And the Boilermakers want to crank the tempo. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on third down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm, but after that last running play moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
Caught in the backfield, it's Crispin. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. Just inside the 30 at the 29, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, running back on the move. Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Caught behind the line. It's Crispin. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Ball is at the 20. They'll try to convert this 3rd and short. Defense looks as if it's coming. Finds his target down the middle. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down. Down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. From the gun, the running back has it. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. On second down, wants to throw it. He caught it. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. The Boilermakers will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Slams it ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Boilermakers!
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
Ready to try the point after. Right down the boulevard. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Now they need to put put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't get on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
The give to the back. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
Just a simple power play. Power football. Be strong. Be big. Be physical. Make it a fourth-quarter game. Make them feel you. Keep them off balance.
On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet right there. I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on 3rd down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's 3rd and long or 3rd and inches, you just have to go execute, and they do it.
The Golden Gophers are moving quickly down the field. They'll give it to him again. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the ball on 1st down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Right down the middle. Pulls it in. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down. And the Golden Gophers come to the line with a new set of downs. Motion from the offense. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Steps away. And the quarterback was trying. Play, and the defense brought it to a close.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge. And I don't necessarily mean from defensive ends, but from the outside linebackers. These guys get in their sprinter stances, and they come off the ball. That outside linebacker showed you.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. We're through one period, and these receivers are showing out big time. Take a look at the stats. And we might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. Now the play fake. Fires to the middle. And it's picked off. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. They'll go right back to him. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. The Boilermakers come to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the 1st down, they've got it at the 40. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Hand off from the shotgun. He locked up and held on to bring him down. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Reads it, fires complete. Oh, it's out.
Hold it. Offense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Here comes the offense on second down. Defensive coordinator showing heat before the snap. Back to throw, it's Morin. Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Got his man on the right. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach... They will take the penalty. The offense lining up for a first down play. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. They're working that left side. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Purdue! When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you had my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to fan it in, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Feeling some heat. Buys a little time with his feet. Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Done on third down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44. The Golden Gophers will snap it on 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. He just never got started going forward. A huge loss of 8 on the play. They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. And they got him. He'll get him down for the sack. We might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Quarterback adapting. From the comfort of the pocket, he fires it to the right. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
This is one of those plays where when the defensive backs come back to the huddle, they give you an earful. Is anybody going to get to the quarterback? Can anybody pressure him? I can't cover my guy for 4 hours.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Still on the 35-yard line, they'll try it again on 2nd and 10. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Trying play action. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Trying to get to it. Blasted as he lets it go. And the ball is intercepted. And a big return. He sets up the offense for this possession.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
They'll start this drive with a pass. Complete with conviction on the crosser. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. He'll come out throwing on first down. The quick out. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. They'll run the off-tackle play here. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
Holding, offense.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Line getting set on second down. The give to the tailback. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Grove. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they gets him down at the 37. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Grabbed behind the line, it's Punga. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. He's looking to throw. Grabs it in the middle. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Makes the catch. It's Punga. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Looking to throw. Takes the easy one to the back. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. He's looking to throw. Makes the catch. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Minnesota. Getting set for the point after. And it's up and good. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, it has gone final in that top 25 matchup we've been keeping a close eye on. Michigan proved it is battle-tested and capable of winning any place, any time after this one. And just think of the confidence this Wolverines team gained today. Invaluable, if you ask me. Going to be interesting to see what the fallout from this one is for one ranked team, while the other figures to get a bounce when the new rankings come out, guys.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Makes the grab. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Lining up from the 34 on first down. He's looking to throw it. Got his man downfield. He's run out of bounds, but turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air, chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Now he's going to glide away from pressure.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
To the air, it's Morin. Quarterback on the move, still looking. The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half. Third and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. Looking to throw for it. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Would have just been a 49-yard field goal try, but they're hungry for touchdowns, so they'll try to move the chains on fourth and short. The Boilermakers will move the sticks with the first down. They're moving quickly after that big fourth down conversion. Clock will roll when the ball is set.
It leads to second down.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to throw on second down. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. And it's third down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. And he'll have to find the line and generate some power. A 46-yarder from the left. It's good. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Power football with the run. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Golden Gophers will kick it away to crank up the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
They'll give it to the back. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. And the Boilermakers want to move quickly. Wants to throw. It's Morin. Immediately fires to the middle. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain. They've got it at the 37. It's first and 10. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain. timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half.
Timeout, Minnesota.
The Boilermakers getting set on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack. The free safety timed his rush perfectly on the blitz, and they come up with the sack.
Yeah, and the free safety usually stays deep and plays coverage, plays in the middle of the field, but you spin him down, bring him in the blitz. You can tell, caught the offense off guard, and he gets the quarterback and gets the sack.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. He's looking downfield to throw. Finds a man by himself. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
And a big reason why this team has the lead in this game is because of plays like that. They know they've got firepower throwing the ball. They've got the dudes outside that can make things happen. You saw it in the first half, and you see it here again early in the 3rd quarter.
They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
First and goal, Purdue.
Back to the air one more time. Pressure coming. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
And sometimes you got to know when to give it up, right? As a quarterback, you feel it. You can't hold it that second too long when bad things can really happen. You could tell the clock went off, and he was throwing that puppy away.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. As they come to the line, they've moved it, but they need one more yard on 3rd down. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
He'll bring it back from inside the 15. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. On the option. He'll toss it. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold it. Offense.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. First down for this offense. Used the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
I really like this slot receiver because of his shiftiness, and you see that on his route running. Really, really nice job creating separation for his QB.
They're going back to the ground. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
See, they need more runs like that. It's been so few and far between. Defensively, they've been in position. They've been winning their one-on-one battles, getting off of blocks and rallying to the ball carrier. This defense has done a nice job slowing down the run game thus far.
He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Good timing on the quick out. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10.
Coach is always hard about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Just feeds the running back. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down.
And a great job by the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right at the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackle's doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get in the space and make the big game.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Going to the run, it's Punga. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he stopped at the 18. They've started a pretty good drive. This will be the 7th play, but they need to convert 3rd and 5. They'll leave it with the lone back. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5 plus. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off, and he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-game land.
Nice job by the defense shutting down all the options, making sure it wasn't easy to read. Nice job going to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. That's it, fly. He makes a grab. He'll be stopped just... zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. They'll run it, and he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! Timely decisions, effective play management helps them get in the end zone after that marathon drive.
And every time the offense needed a play, boom, they got it. I mean, you think about it. Whether it was a small run, small pass, whatever they needed, they got it done, and they popped it in for the score.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, 2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of those top 15 teams who did battle today. USC went scorched earth in a double-digit win that might have been worse had they not sat the starters in that 4th quarter. Total destruction by the Trojans in a statement win if there ever was one. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the new top 25 poll next week as this one, gentlemen.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The Boilermakers moving quickly to the line. Looking downfield, it's Morin. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
That's how you blow up the screen pass if you're on defense. You got to hit the quarterback fast to force the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. On the run, still looking. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. The Boilermakers send out the punt unit. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. They barely get the punt out of their own territory. It'll be marked down just outside the 45. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. They'll run play action. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. They're bringing heat. That's caught. It's Grove. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. These 2 quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. The Golden Gophers will send out the punt unit. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable for that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on the heels.
To the air on first down. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. They'll run it from the gun. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. They stop him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with fourth down coming. And the Boilermakers line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the returner will be brought down. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3 and out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
The give to the back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Hold it. Offense.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Line gets set, first down. On the option. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Yeah, and that's a great job by this offense. And I tell you what, fourth quarter, you have the lead. That's exactly what you want to do. Lean on these guys, run the football, eat that clock.
Quarterback will audible. Looking for space, it's Punga. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. Coming after it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc. And the Golden Gophers will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. The Boilermakers are in the hurry up. It'll be a draw. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Looking to throw, it's Morin. He looks that one in nicely. And he's going to be just short of the first down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach. The Boilermakers decide to punt it away. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He'll pull it on the read. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
I'll tell you, this is a hard defense to run against if you're going to go sideline to sideline because of that guy's speed. At linebacker, he can get all the way to the perimeter, chase the quarterback down on the option, and make the...
Going to take a shot at this DB. Catch and stride inside the 15. Touchdown, Minnesota! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. That was just as simple as playing catch in warm-ups.
And this offense felt like they could take advantage of this defense down the field, throwing the football. They've got a lot of speed on the perimeter. I feel like they've got some matchups they feel they should be winning one-on-one. You saw a great example of it right there.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. The Boilermakers want to pick up the tempo. On 3rd down, going up top. Catch in the middle, it's Jackson. Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a first down. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space.
They stripped it out. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Oh, and it's a hit like that that will absolutely light up the sideline, light up the stadium, change the momentum, and help you win a football game because that hit is what caused that fumble.
He'll ride his man on the option. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. We've reached a 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. At this point, the defense just has to bring the house to try to stop the run and get the ball back, even on 2nd and 13. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll run the option. Now the toss. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. It's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Virginia took care of business today. I think their coach had their attention all week. And the focused group of Cavaliers that fired on all cylinders. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Oh, he had it right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Zone coverage that time, and the cornerback, a nice job with his eyes. He's watching the quarterback. He sees the ball thrown, so he knows exactly when to break on it. He's able to break it up for an incompletion.
He's right on target. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. On fourth down, looking to pass. Makes the catch, he's got enough. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense, not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. Looking to throw, it's Morin. He's taking the deep shot. He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Boilermaker!
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a one-possession game. We've got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
Just over a minute to go, and if they have a chance, they've got to come up with this onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. One possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with a W.
They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team coming to fruition. You just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are. But when you stack wins week after week on top of each other and start to have success, you start to grow as an identity and you start to understand who you are.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.